Hey guys, hello and welcome to a new video. Today I will be sharing my color macros. I shared my normals as well as my lambdas before. Here I added a few new color macros. I only had one color macro. Now I have four color macros and them in detail today. So not what is in the backbone, but how to use them and standards, don't use it. So you see my code, I haven't commented on my code, but oh yeah, I've commented, but in German. Anyways, yeah, don't use it if you do not know how to handle it, and also normally don't use it if you do not know what is going on, especially because VBA and macros can be dangerous because then control undo isn't possible. So therefore, please be cautious. That's my disclaimer. And yeah, I want to share it. I linked the file, not this file, but the macro file in the video description. And without further ado, let's jump right into the macros. So first, I want to show you the turn selected cells into color code macro. And this was my original color macro. I think it is inspired by Bo Ridderbon, because it can work with shading. So here these are shaded cells, and normally the normal color macros before couldn't work with shading, and I think there was a few years ago a case with some parties or something where there was like the election outcome somehow modeled with some shading or something. And here, to use this macro that will work on shade and also other weirdly formatted colored cells, only select the cells and start the macro, and then it will add some weird color code in there. Yeah, nothing to say there. Then let's go to the RGB macro. So the problem was there was this case by Harry Crows. We are not in Kansas, where there was this huge picture, and we should find out. Sorry, it's a little bit buggy. We should find out. We should find out the sum of the green value in the RGB colors there. And I haven't had or switched my RGB macro against this shading macro, so I afterwards added this RGB macro again. So yeah, and I have two RGB macros, but I will show you first the most useful, I think. So therefore select all cells and then turn on RGB color. And this macro will write in every cell the RGB code. So here, this is the red code, 256 different steps, and then the green code and the blue code. And here, if we want to solve this question, we can then use text after. It's buggy because this laptop isn't good with graphics, and there's OBS running in the background, so yeah. And then minus text text before. Here we go. And then the calculation is really bad. Then we can sum this up, and we get to our result, which is 3,084,000 something. I also have this macro to turn this into the So here, let's go to this cell. To turn this into the, or originally when there is no value in here, you see no value, to turn this into the hex code. I don't know why you want to use it. I can only assume, but therefore there are other tools that if you want to use this code then to get the exact color in Word or PowerPoint or something. But yeah, as I've said, there are other tools for this one. But you see, it's 100% the same color. Now, let's go to my most favorite Lambda, not Lambda, macro I've recently added. It's called replaced based on color. So this is actually a overview from the MACC, Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge finals case, where you had like, I also have the case video on my channel, I will link it somewhere. We have here a schedule based on color, and here the show that is running there. I sat there in the audience and said, and wasn't aware that they also provided this with numbers. So I sat there and I said to Eric, "Hey Eric, there was someone using or asking Eric if there was someone using a special replace by color or a robot command or something." But yeah, it wasn't the case. It was provided, but it could be in the future that this will not be provided, and then I'm prepared, and you, if you take my stuff, will also be prepared. So how do we use this? So first we need the value we want to add there in front of the colors. So simply copy the values over this range here. Then select the original range where you want to have the inputs. And then with strg, or no, not with control, select the second range with the colors and values, and start the macro. Replace based on color, and you have the values in there. This will also work with shading, so I will show you that. Oh no, shading is format cells, font, fill, sorry. Yeah. So Sesame sheet is now here in this cell. Let's get rid of the values in here and control, take this range here, start the macro, done. You see here there's some spaces because I've erased the Sesame sheet original orange thing, but now here this is for the blue shaded cell. Yes, and that was everything I have to say about my color macros. I hope that they will come in handy someday. I especially hope that I can use this macro here for replace based on color. Currently the MEWC team and also the MACC team, they turn to be very friendly to us competitors, so we often get like separate kind of map, so a second map where there is like, for example, something done with values instead of colors or something like that. So they're super friendly currently, but yeah, it's a competition and you never know. Therefore, be prepared. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. Bye.